The usually calm and collected Roy Cropper, David Nielsen, is about to face an emotional roller coaster in Coronation Street next week, as he continues to offer support to Lauren Bolton, Kate Fitton, during a difficult time. With her premature baby, Frankie, still in the hospital fighting for his life, Lauren is hanging on by a thread, and Roy's presence has been a source of much-needed stability. However, events take a terrifying turn that leaves Roy reeling. The trouble for Lauren began earlier this year when Joel Deering, Callum Lill, Frankie's father, viciously drugged her in an attempt to force a miscarriage. The ordeal sent Lauren into premature labor, and ever since, her newborn son has been in a precarious condition in the neonatal unit. Lauren has been steadfastly by Frankie's side, holding on to hope despite the grim circumstances. In a heartbreaking scene this week, viewers will see Lauren's fragile world come crashing down once again. While she's enjoying a brief moment of respite at Roy's Rolls, having breakfast with Max Turner, Patty Bever, she receives a call that shatters her peace. The hospital urgently requests her presence, informing her that Frankie has suffered a seizure and is being taken for an emergency scan. Panicked and shaking, Lauren rushes out of the cafe, leaving Max stunned and worried for his friend. Next week's episodes delve deeper into the aftermath of this crisis. Roy, ever the caring and compassionate soul, visits the hospital to check on Lauren and provide what comfort he can. When he finds her, she's a broken woman, tears streaming down her face as she struggles to articulate the doctor's latest findings. She tells him, her voice trembling with fear, that there are serious concerns Frankie may have suffered brain damage as a result of the seizure. The news is devastating, and Roy is visibly shaken as he listens, his heart breaking for the young mother who has already endured so much. Roy tries his best to console her, reminding her of Frankie's strength and resilience. He offers words of hope, but it's clear that even he is struggling to maintain his composure. Lauren, overcome with emotion, clings to him, sobbing into his shoulder. Roy, never one for overt displays of affection, holds her tightly, offering her the only thing he can in that moment: his unwavering support and presence. As the scene unfolds, viewers are left wondering whether baby Frankie will pull through this latest setback. Lauren's anguish is palpable, and Roy's helplessness is heart-wrenching to witness. The bond between them, forged through shared hardship, is a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming adversity. Meanwhile, events outside the hospital walls are rapidly escalating. The net is closing in on Joel Deering, whose heinous actions against Lauren are finally catching up with him. Thanks to the tireless efforts of D.D. Bailey, Chanique Sterling Brown, and D.S. Lisa Swain, Vicky Myers, the police case against him has been reopened. After a tense rearrest on Friday, Joel is released on bail, but his behavior becomes increasingly erratic as the consequences of his crimes loom over him. In a chilling twist, Joel finds Roy alone in the cafe. Stumbling in, clearly drunk and clutching a bottle of whiskey, he locks the door behind him, trapping Roy inside. His appearance is disheveled, his eyes wild with a mix of fear and anger. "Where's Lauren?" he slurs, his voice unsteady. Roy, calm but wary, tells him that she's at the hospital, urging Joel to leave and let them all move on from the chaos he's caused. But Joel is not listening. He rants incoherently about his life falling apart, the police hounding him, and his desperation to see his son. The menace in his tone grows as he paces around the cafe, the bottle swinging dangerously in his hand. Roy, sensing the danger, tries to placate him, keeping his own fear in check. He knows he needs to stay calm, for both his sake and Lauren's, who has already suffered enough at this man's hands. The tension reaches a boiling point as Joel moves closer to Roy, his face twisted in anger. Just as it seems things could spiral out of control, the sound of sirens pierces the air outside. Joel, panicking, glances towards the window and then back at Roy, a mix of confusion and fear in his eyes. In a moment of clarity, he drops the bottle and stumbles back, muttering curses under his breath before rushing out the back door, disappearing into the night. Roy, shaken but relieved, collapses into a chair, his heart pounding. The ordeal has left him visibly rattled, but his thoughts immediately return to Lauren and Frankie. Despite everything, he knows his place is by their side, offering whatever strength he can muster in these dark times. As the week's episodes draw to a close, the future remains uncertain for Lauren and her baby. But one thing is clear, Roy will continue to stand by her, providing the support and kindness that has made him such a beloved figure in the community. With Joel's erratic behavior and the looming threat he poses, it's clear that the drama is far from over, and the stakes have never been higher for the residents of Weatherfield.